And here is catcher Nick Shortino in the last 19 innings.
Yep.
Here's the designated hitter, the freshman Jake Palomaki. Ball one away.
Pretty good pitch. Just off the outside corner. Poche didn't get that call.
This is Palomaki's first official at bat this year. That's bunted foul. Poche drives a strike home and gets him. Palomaki is a first-year player from Kennesaw, Georgia. 1-2 pitch is elevated. Boston College in its first 4 games is hitting .296 as a team with a couple of home runs. LSU at .312 and 1 home run. And Palomaki was frozen by that Poche pitch.
Just the second out for LSU.
Here's Jake Palomaki. Poche struck him out in the second inning. I accidentally ran into Jared Poche's parents in the parking lot last weekend. I did not know his dad was a general practice physician. Very nice people. And I asked him about Jared's mentality. Has he always been this steady and calm and uninfluenced by the things that surround him? And he said pretty much since he was about a freshman in high school.
I believe that. The big question I got for you is, could you understand what Mom and Dad were saying? Because Jared's got a pretty thick Cajun accent, if you will. The few times I've talked to him, I got to kind of, yeah, and them boys been chasing some chickens around over there the last few days too. Which
about
is all,
Mardi Gras,
I've never participated in that, but I have watched it on occasion.
That's a little wide. No, to answer your question, there was no thick, sweet Cajun accent that I detected.
Okay, well, you know, they're from Lutcher, to Lutcher High School from that area. Pretty good pitch right there. Almost the same pitch LSU got rung up on the last inning, but home plate umpire Gregson didn't see it that way.
And Poche loses Palomaki. That's unusual for Poche to issue a walk after being ahead in the count.
And really, he threw
earned. He walked 3 and he struck out 3. And Ben, the telling number to me for Poche was the 93 pitches, only 55 for strikes. He normally is in that 70 range at least.
Oh yeah,
with that number of pitches for strikes.
He just wasn't as sharp as he normally is. And it was weird, Lynn. It wasn't like he was wild. That's not the case. He just missed just by inches of being strikes, you know. And so he's just off just a tick. But all in all, pretty good outing for him.
That's line right back up the middle. Bregman picks it up, shovels it to second. In time! Bregman with a little flip.
I'm anticipating not hard rain, just a light rain. I'll give it about a 40% chance of rain, although it's raining 100% here right now.
Palomaki takes ball 1. And there's a little band that's coming through. It doesn't look to be too bad after maybe, 5 or 10 more minutes?
And I would say it's going to be gone in about 9 minutes and 43 seconds.
Okay. Start the stopwatch. That wasn't bad as your Weather Channel debut.
Pat Shingleton just called me and told me that. That's why I knew that. So if something goes wrong, y'all can blame him. The rain stopped. See, I told you it was just 40%.
A little prior to the 9:40 something, though.
Oh, it's coming back.
Thank you, Al Roker. Pearson needs to find the strike zone. Runners in scoring positions, 2 outs. That's upstairs, 3-0. Alden Cartwright is ready down in the bullpen. We'll go to the top of the order. If Palomaki can keep the inning going.
Pretty good pitch right there.
Palomaki has walked once. That was against the starter, Jared Poche. Cade Savick is issuing the sign. Called strike 2.
Well, this is big. This is the biggest pitch of the game for both teams. I mean, LSU trying to stop a potential rally. Boston College desperately needs a base hit. Base hit gets 2 runs, makes it a 2-run game.
And by the way, the man on deck at the top of the order, Gabriel Hernandez, does have a home run this year. The 3-2 pitch, whacked foul.
Boston College, if they can scratch across a couple right here.
Senior Zach Pearson to freshman Jake Palomaki.
Man, I like the approach by these Boston College hitters, though. I really do. 3-2. We saw Sorrentino last time. 3-2. Foul off 2 balls. Wasn't trying to jump out there and hit a homer trying to pull it. And he drove a ball opposite way to the fence on a different day with the wind not blowing so hard that way. That ball could get out of here. And then again, same approach right here of Palomaki.
Palomaki has not had a hit today. This is the first game in which he's had an at-bat. And again, the 3-2 pitch. Belted to right, but it should be a much easier play for Mark Laird. He catches up with it, and the side is retired.
The game started, you were showing him how to blow a duck call, which he probably appreciated that.
Well, it was a duck commander, though.
Exactly. Almost it's a duck commander duck call.
Jake Godfrey has a 4-run cushion after 2 innings. The freshman Godfrey to the freshman Palomaki.
Yeah, Godfrey breezed through the first inning, which was good. 3 up, 3 down, 2 ground balls and a weak fly ball. But then in the second inning, run into a little bit of a trouble. Got a base hit with 1 out. Then he walked another guy to go 1 and 2. And then went 3-2 and got an out. And then threw a 2-2 pitch he thought was strike 3 to Sorrentino. Didn't get the call. He still was able to regain his composure and make a good pitch.
Palomaki rips one the other way under the glove of Zardone for a base hit. Jake Palomaki is a little fellow, but he is solid at the plate.
Yes, he is, like a lot of the Boston College hitters are. We've seen them do this all weekend long. This is the 3rd game of the series, and they stay inside the baseball. And what I mean by that, when the ball's pitched away, they're not trying to pull the ball. They're trying to hit it where it's pitched. And that was a perfect example. Palomaki right there didn't try to pull that fastball. 2-seamer running down away from him. He just shot it.
Hogarth with 1 out in the second, but then came back to get Adams and Sauter the last via strikeout. And the big right-hander goes to work against the bottom of the order. A strike to the freshman designated hitter, Jake Palomaki.
Yeah, that's what's been so impressive for me about Lang is that a lot of pitchers, and especially young pitchers, freshman pitchers, find a way when runners get on base, they lose a little bit of stuff. You know, the velocity goes down, the breaking ball's not quite as sharp. But for me, Lang in just 2 outings shows just as equal stuff out of the stretch.
Well, he put that one right down the middle of the plate, bell tied. And even the youngster Palomaki knew what to do with it. He turned it around.
That's right. I mean, we said it in game 1. The
College again has a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
That's how nasty that breaking ball is from Lang. Not only can the batter,
well, Chris Shaw had a
if Zardone, but he got the first base on a wild pitch and then aggressive enough to steal second.
And here's Jake Palomaki, who got a fastball right down the middle last time and smacked a base hit up the middle. Zardone fell down as he threw it, and it was fortunate for LSU that Chris Chinea was able to come off the bag and keep that one in front of him.
And all of a sudden, here comes Boston College. We mentioned no quit in them at all. This is not a sacrifice bunt. This is a drag bunt all the way. Palomaki can really run. I don't think even if Zardone doesn't slip down, I don't think he comes up and gets him out. So Boston College got 1 run home already, Lynn, and now first and second, nobody out.
elevated fast.
If he messes up and leaves something in the middle of the plate with Shaw, Shaw's going to make him pay for it.
There's a rip into right for a base hit. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate is cut off, and Boston College, on a 2-run single by Chris Shaw, has jumped to a 4-2 lead. Well, Chris Shaw had a 2-run single in the first game, and he duplicates that here in the second game.
We talked about not being able to leave a ball in the middle of the plate. Unfortunately for Lang and LSU, that ball's left pretty much center cut, and the big fella turns it around, hits a rocket out to right field. As you mentioned, drives home 2 runs. Boston College takes the lead 4-2.